This is a discussion on cardiovascular disorders, and we begin with the anatomy of the heart. So first, the heart. The heart is the major pumping organ of the body, meaning to say it is that structure which brings blood to the rest of the body. Our normal heart rate ranges at about 60 to 100 beats per minute, while it pumps around 4 to 5 ml of blood per minute. No? So take note, class, that our normal heart rate is 60 to 100. When it is faster than 100, we call it tachycardia, or less than 60, we call it bradycardia. There are certain conditions or stimulations in the body that might cause an increased rate of heartbeats, or that could be a cause of tachycardia. For example, class would be the autonomic nervous system stimulation. When the autonomic nervous system is stimulated, it depends, no, whether it is the sympathetic branch or the parasympathetic branch. And we know that when the sympathetic branch of the autonomic nervous system is activated, then the heart rate increases. On the other hand, when the parasympathetic autonomic nervous system is activated, then the heart rate decreases. Another thing to remember, class, about your heart rate is that your 60 to 100 beats per minute happens when the electrical conduction system of the body is initiated at the level of the SA node. We know that the heart contracts, and the heart will only contract if there is an electricity that flows through each of its muscles. So asa man na gikan ang kurente that flows in the heart muscles? Asa man na nag-una? Asa man na siya nagsugod? So it starts at the SA node. That is why, class, your SA node has been known as the major pacemaker of the heart. So when the electrical conduction system is initiated at the level of the SA node, this will produce a heartbeat of around 60 to 100 beats per minute. However, class, there will be certain conditions where the SA node would have to fail. So meaning, kung mopalpak ang SA node, kinsa man ang imuhang alternative, kinsa man ang pwede mo puli. That is now your AV node or your atrioventricular nodes. So the AV node is a substitute to your SA node. However, class, even if your AV substitutes SA, it is not capable of producing exactly the same number of beats. So otherwise stated, when it is the AV node which initiates the electrical conduction system of the heartbeat that you could produce is only around 40 to 60 beats per minute, meaning to say, hinayra. So when the heartbeat is hinayra, such amount of beat is not sufficient to bring blood to the different organs of the body. Pwedeng mo shut down ang imuhang mga internal organs because kulang sa supply sa dugo. So we do not want that. We do not want that it is the AV which initiates the electrical conduction system. It must be the SA. Pero guba man ang SA. So what do we do? That is when, or that is where you hear the word pacemakers. Tauran o pacemaker na ang imuhang pasyente para mubalik sa 60 to 100 beats per minute ang iyahang heartbeat. So where is the heart located? The heart is located in the thoracic cavity between the lungs above the diaphragm in a certain area called your mediastinum. So the heart is found at the mediastinum. To illustrate that, class, so, okay, to illustrate that, the chest cavity or the thorax is the space, produced by your rib cage. So naakay space sa imuhang chest. This space produced by the rib cage is called your thoracic cavity. Inside the thoracic cavity, you have your two lungs. Okay? But in between the two lungs, class, there is a space. And that space is what we call the mediastinum. Okay? The mediastinum, or that area where the heart is found. Okay? So, asa makita ang heart? Naa siya sa mediastinum. Asa ng mediastinum? It is the space found between the two lungs. There are two anatomical divisions of the heart. Okay? So, if this is your heart, this above portion, the superior portion is called your base, while the inferior portion of the heart is called your apex. Quite weird, no? Kay murag bali, but that is how it is insofar as the anatomy of the heart is concerned. Ang taas sa heart is called your base. It is the uppermost portion, while your apex is the lower portion. Okay? As between the two, mas importante ang imong timan-an ang apex region of the heart. Why is that? Because it is the apex class where the nurse must position his or her stethoscope in order to hear the heartbeat best. So the apex of the heart, or otherwise known as the tail of the heart, is that part where you hear the heartbeat best. Okay? Otherwise stated, it is at the apex where the nurse could hear the heartbeat best. Okay? So that is the reason why also, class, that your apex is known also as your point of maximal impulse. Dinha pinakakusog ang pitik sa imong kasing-kasing. Okay? So that is your apex. Now, kung pangitaon nimo asa man ang apex sa heart diri sa thoracic cavity. So the apex class is found at the fifth intercostal space. Okay? So it is found at the fifth intercostal space. So how do you locate the intercostal space? You first begin with the clavicles. No? From the clavicles, you go to the center. Pag abot mo sa center, na akay ma-feel na mura o groove na ingon ana. So this is the clavicle. Okay? Here, na kay groove nga ma-feel diri dapita sa imuhang thoracic area. This is what we call as the sternal notch. From the sternal notch, you go downward. Na kay ma-feel nga mura og indention line. Gamay lang. Pag naog di mo gamay from here, naog di mo gamay, na kay ma-feel nga murag indention. That is what we call as the angle of Louis. From the angle of Louis, you go to the side, you will feel the first intercostal space. Here also, you will feel the first intercostal space. Gikan sa first intercostal space, you go downwards, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth intercostal space. Pag abot nimo sa fifth intercostal space, dinha nimo makita ang imuhang apex. Ngano ganitong pangitao na tong apex? Because it is the part where the heartbeat is best heard. That's why it is also called as the point of maximal impulse. Next, class. What is the blood supply, or what supplies blood to the heart? We are all aware that the heart brings blood to the different organs of the body. Okay? That's why the heart is very generous. Okay? That's why the heart becomes the symbol of love. I love you with all my heart, ana sila. But that is not correct because the heart cannot love. It is the brain that makes you love a person. Okay? So when somebody tells you, I love you with all my heart, do not believe that. Because the truth is, for one to love, he must use his brain. That's why the better way to say it is, I love you with all my hypothalamus connected to the medulla oblongata, to the pons, to the cerebellum, and to all my pons and all others. No? So I love you with all my hypothalamus. That's a better way to say it. So if you are nurses, if you are medical students, you should know that it is the hypothalamus that makes you love a person, not the heart. But why is it, class, that the heart has the reputation of being the symbol of love? Because the heart is very generous. Meaning, it supplies blood to the different organs of the body before it supplies blood to its very own. Unahon niya og supply ang different organs of the body before pa siya mo receive og blood for its own. That is how generous the heart is. Bahalag maawahi siya basta nauna na og distribute og blood to the different organs of the body. So now to answer the question, who supplies blood to the heart? It is the coronary artery. Okay? So if this is your heart, what brings blood to the heart is the coronary artery. Meaning, kung kaning imong coronary artery barado siya, that means to say the blood cannot flow to supply the heart muscles. That's why you develop a coronary artery disease. Okay? So the major artery that brings oxygenated blood to the heart is your coronary artery. But the coronary artery class is divided into two. You have the right, okay, and you have the left. So you have a right coronary artery and you have a left coronary artery. The right coronary artery supplies the right side of the heart, okay, meaning the atrium and the right ventricle. Okay, that's easy. No? Coronary artery divided into two. The right coronary artery supplies the right side, while the left coronary artery is further subdivided into two. One, you have the circumflex coronary artery, and two, you have the LADA. LADA stands for left anterior descending artery. Okay? So, unsa may function sa left coronary artery? Iyang function nagdepend kung unsa siya nga branch. Because the circumflex branch will supply the left atrium and the left ventricle, except the anterior aspect. Ano man? Because the left ventricle's anterior aspect, ang atubangan sa imuhang left ventricle, is not supplied by the circumflex, but rather it is supplied by the left anterior descending artery. Okay? So again, let's try to master that. Here is your heart. What blood supply or what blood vessel supplies blood to the heart? It's your coronary artery. How many branches do you have? You have two, the right and the left coronary arteries. The right supplies the right side of the heart, meaning both the ventricles and the atrium. How about the left? The left is further subdivided into circumflex and LADA. No? The circumflex will supply the left side of the heart, except your anterior aspect of the left ventricle. Because who supplies the anterior aspect of the left ventricle? It is your LADA. Okay? So that is the blood supply to the heart. Next class, let's talk about your muscle layers of the heart. What are the different layers of the muscles of the heart? Well, you have three layers of the heart. Okay? The inner layer of the heart is called your endocardium. The middle layer is called your myocardium. And the outer layer is the pericardium. So you have your endo going out, myo going out, peri. Okay? So peri, myo, endo. The endocardium is the inner portion of the heart. Being the inner portion, it is where the blood come and go. Okay? So if infected ang imuhang blood, okay, most likely, ang una nga matakdan sa infection is katong layer in contact with the blood. And that is your endocardium. Okay? So kung hugaw ang imuhang juice, mo inom ka using a straw, kinsa may mahugaw? Is it the inner aspect of the straw or is it the outer aspect? It's the inner aspect because it is the inner aspect that is in contact with the dirty substance. Okay? So again, si endocardium is the inner aspect. Therefore, being the inner aspect, it is that area from which the blood would flow. So kung infected ang imong dugo, unsa man nga part sa heart ang in contact, it is the endocardium. And the most common infectious agent that can cause endocarditis inflammation of the endocardium, is your GABS infection. Unsa man na siyang GABS infection? Group A, beta hemolytic. Bali. Group A, beta hemolytic streptococcal bacteria. Dinha na nimo makuha usually class sa imong tonsillitis or sa imong pharyngitis. Okay? So group A, beta hemolytic streptococcal bacteria, commonly from tonsillitis and pharyngitis, maabot ganina sa dugo, inigabot sa imong heart, madaot ang imong heart, you call it endocarditis. Okay? So this is one thing you also have to remember, class, no? When patients would have to undergo prophylactic, no, treatments by the dentist, or kung naa siya mga artificial valves or naa siya mga metal implants, since na naman na siya foreign body sa iyang system, prone siya nga magka infection. Mas prone siya. Kaya na naman siya pre-existing foreign bodies. So, kung kanina yung mga pre-existing foreign bodies like metal implants or artificial valves, unya magpa-dentist na sila, kinahanglan na sila mo inom og antibiotics because of their increased risk for infection. And not just a simple infection, but infection of the inner lining of the heart. You call it endocarditis. The next muscle layer of the heart is called your myocardium. This is the middle layer of the heart. And it is susceptible of infarction. Kung saan man na siyang infarction, meaning necrotic area or area that has no blood supply. So endocardium is the area that is in constant contact with the blood. Ang area na posibleng dili masuplayan og blood or magka-necrosis is the myocardium. That's why you have a condition called myocardial infarction. Okay? The third one, class, or the third layer is called your pericardium. And the pericardium has two layers, the outer fibrous layer and the inner serous layer. Unsa may function sa imuhang outer fibrous layer? The outer fibrous layer attaches the heart to the walls. Okay? Ang imong heart wala man na mag-float, nagbitay na siya. Asa man na siya nipilit. Nipilit na siya sa imong mediastinum area. Asa nga part sa heart ang nag-attach niya? It is the outer fibrous layer of the pericardium. The pericardium also have an inner layer. And the inner layer is that portion which produces your pericardial fluid. Okay? So ang pericardial fluid is that fluid that allows the heart to glide as it moves. So labdab, labdab, labdab. So dili na siya magka-friction, no, while it moves because it glides easily and very much lubricated. So who is responsible for that? It is your pericardial fluid. So the pericardial fluid prevents friction of the heart every time it contracts. Kanang pericardial fluid, ang normal volume na to ana class is 30 ml. Whenever musubra sa 30 ml, okay? Musubra sa 30 ml. So sa may mahitabo, di ba? Pericardium, myocardium, endocardium. So kung kani ang normal 30 ml, kung mudaghan na siyang pag-ayo, more than 30 ml, maunsa man, maduot ang imuhang heart muscles. Okay? So if this is your heart, okay, na kay one layer, that is your endo. Second layer, myo. Outer layer, peri. So unsay naa sa pericardial fluid. So kung musubra na imuhang fluid, that could tuok your heart. No? It can compress your heart and prevent it from contracting. You call that condition, class, as cardiac tamponade. Okay? Sobra sa 30 ml ang imuhang pericardial fluid. Pero unsa man pod kung less than 30 ml ang imuhang pericardial fluid, it means to say there is pericarditis, inflammation of the pericardium. So how would you know na ang pasyente na ay pericarditis? Maminaw ka sa imuhang heart. Pag-auscultate nimo sa heart, makadungog gani ka og peritoneal friction rub, kana, that is a hallmark or a positive sign of pericarditis. Ang pericardial friction rub is like two letters rubbing against each other. Okay? So mura kang makadungog og okay. So that is exactly how a pericardial friction rub is heard, no? Mao nay noun niya, mao na yang sound. Okay? So what are the layers of the heart? You have three: endocardium, myocardium, and the pericardium. The inner lining is called your endocardium, that area which is in constant contact with the blood. Kung hugaw ang dugo, unang maimpeksyon ang endocardium. Unsay pinaka-common nga hugaw nga naa sa dugo, it's your group A beta hemolytic streptococcal bacteria. The middle layer is called your myocardium. It is susceptible of infarction, mao nang naatay madungog na kaso like myocardial infarction. And the third layer, the outermost layer, is called your pericardium. Pila man ka layers ang pericardium? Duha. Ang outer layer is a fibrous layer which attaches the heart to the walls. Asa ganitong heart makita na sa mediastinum. How about the inner layer? What does it do? It produces your pericardial fluid. And the normal pericardial fluid is how many ml? 30. Kung gamay ra, pericarditis. Kung sobra, cardiac tamponan. What is the hallmark of pericarditis? There is a peritoneal friction rub. How is it described? It is like two leather rubbing against each other. Okay? Now, let's talk about the heart valve. So the heart actually has a door, no? Naana siya pultahan. Ang purpose sa pultahan is to ensure that when the blood passes through it, dili na siya magbalik-balik. Okay? When the blood passes through it, dili na siya magbalik-balik. One way lang ang dagan sa dugo. So pag agi niya, so inigdagan sa dugo, di na siya mubalik pa. Okay? So the heart valve ensures that the blood will flow in only one direction. Okay? Mao nay purpose. Pila man nakabuok ang atong valves? We have four valves which are categorized into two. First category are called your AV valves or your atrioventricular valves because they are found in between the atria and the ventricles. Then the second category are called your semilunar valves. Okay? The AV valves will prevent the backflow into the atria. And the semilunar valves will ensure that as the blood leaves it's on its way to the arteries, di na po siya mobalik dito sa imuhang ventricles. So the AV prevents backflow to the atria, and the semilunar prevents backflow to the ventricles. So to illustrate, okay, mao ni imong heart. Ang imong heart is divided into four chambers. How many valves do we have? We have four valves. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your 1 and 2, this one here, are called your AV valves. Nganong gitawag siyang AV? Naa siya sa tunga sa imuhang atria o sa imuhang ventricles. How about your 3 and 4? What do you call them? You call them your semilunar valves. Okay? So unsay function sa AV? Para ang dugo dili mo balik padulong sa imuhang atria. Okay? To prevent the backflow going to the atria. Atria. Okay? How about your semilunar valves? It prevents the backflow going to your ventricles. So meaning pag naog niya, di na siya mobalik. Okay? So these are the two classes of valves. What are your different valves? So remember, you have four different valves. Sa ganito sila, you have your tricuspid, mitral, pulmonary, and aortic valve. So you have four valves. So di mo makalimot, TM pa. Okay? Wa man ko'y signal bay, di man ko katawag. O sige, na TM pa. Ari lagi ta sa globe. Ana, no? So TM pa. Tricuspid, mitral, pulmonary, and aortic. Okay? Your valve prevents the backflow of the blood. So kung manaog na gani siya class, di na siya mubalik. Okay? So manaog na gani, dili na siya pwede mo balik. However, class, pwede sad ang imong valve mo palpak. We call it valvular insufficiency. Okay? Unsa man na siyang valvular insufficiency? Imong valve dili sakto sa pag-abot. Wala sila mag-abot. So normally, imong valve is open, close, open, close, open, close. Inig open, ya inig close, mag-abot kita. Pero kung ang imong valve, nag-ana, open, close, meaning palpak, you call it valvular insufficiency. This happens, class, when the heart is enlarged. Kaya inigdako sa imong heart, ang imong valve mainat man po. So kani normal nga heart. Kung mo enlarge ka, you call it cardiomyopathy, mubuka po siya, so mo nang naa kay valvular insufficiency. So what is the symptom of a patient who is having valvular insufficiency? You will be able to hear a swishing sound. Okay? You will be able to hear a swishing sound. Meaning, di ba ang heart sound na to class is lub-dub, lub-dub, lub-dub. Okay? Kung naa kay valvular insufficiency, you will hear an extra swishing sound. Meaning you can hear lub-dub, lub-dub, lub-dub. Or you can hear it this way. Lub-dub-sh, lub-dub-sh, lub-dub-sh. The swishing sound. Okay? So your swishing sound is what we know or we document as your heart murmurs. Okay? So mo na murmurs pasabot kanang swishing sound nga imuhang madungog. Okay? Now, what are the two different kinds of heart sounds? Diba you hear a lub, you hear a dub. Unsa man na siyang lub, unsa man na siyang dub. The sounds that you hear represents the closing of the valve. Okay? Di ba? Mo open siya, yan mo sira. Pero it is not without a sound. Inig-abli niya sira. Ana siya. Okay? So you hear lub dub, lub dub. The closure of the AV valve produces the lub sound, and the closure of the semilunar valves produces the dub sound. Okay? So closure of the AV produces lub, and the closure of the semilunar produces your dub. Now, where can you find these valves? Okay? Asa man na nato makita ang atong heart valvular landmarks. There are 5 valvular landmarks. You have your aortic, pulmonic, the herbs, tricuspid, and the mitral. So 5. As a nurse, it is our obligation also to conduct thorough health assessment. And one component of the health assessment is auscultation. Maminaw ka. So pagpaminaw nimo, gusto kang makibalo kung naabay mga murmurs or valvular insufficiencies sa kada valve. Kay kung ang kana nga valve palpak, no? Makadungog extra sound. Okay? So imo nang i-check kada usa, kaning aortic na aba ni extra sound, kaning mitral na aba ni extra sound, usa-usahon nimo siya i-check. Pero to do that, the nurse must be able to locate og asa na sila dapita sa imuhang lawas. Okay? So, the aortic, pulmonic, herbs, tricuspid, and the mitral. The aortic valve is found at the second intercostal space. Pulmonic also at the second. The herbs is at the third intercostal space. The tricuspid is at the fourth intercostal space. And the mitral is also at the, at the fifth intercostal space. And the mitral is also at the fifth intercostal space. So, asa na nato makita? 2, 2, 3, 5, 5. Para di kalimot, no? So, here, to illustrate it further, there are 5 landmarks. All people eat tinolang manok. 5. Asa man nimo sila dapita makita? Naana siya sa 2, 2, 3, 5, 5. Okay, nga intercostal space. So what do we do? Step number 1, you locate your sternal notch, itong curve. After, you go to the costal, you go to the angle of Louis, katong indention. Then, you proceed sidewards and you can find the first intercostal space and so on. Okay. Ang aortic, naana siya diri sa imuhang second intercostal space at the right. Okay. Ang pulmonic, naana siya sa imuhang second intercostal space at the left. Okay. Left. Kani silang tanan class, left na sila pulos. Okay? Kana tanan, sa left na. Ang nalahi is only your aortic. However, kaning imong pulmonic herbs o imong tricuspid, naani sila nimo madungog sa imuhang sternal border. Okay? So kung mao ning imong sternum, okay? Mao ning imong clavicle, mao ning imong ribs. So this is the first, this is the second intercostal space. So asa man makita ang imuhang aortic naa diri dapita. Okay? Ang imuhang pulmonic naa man sad siya diri sa imuhang left, kani right, kani left. So asa man sa left, left sternal border. So naa diri 2. Yan, 3 ang herbs. Diri kadapit gyud sa sternal border kani. Okay? Then wala ka sa 2, 3, 4, wala. 5 dire. So this is your pulmonic herbs. This is your tricuspid. Okay, asa ni? This is the second, this is the third, this is the fifth intercostal. Okay? So kana siya naana sa sternal border. Move ka to the side, diri na ang imuhang mitral, ikalima. So asam ni siya dapita? Mid-clavicular. Mid-clavicular. So kung kani imuhang clavicle naka sa tunga dire. Okay, dire sa ikalima. Kung kani imuhang sternum ngari ka dire sternal border. Sternal border mid. Okay? So aortic, pulmonic, herbs, tricuspid, and mitral. Now, I want you on your own to try to locate where these landmarks are. And when you auscultate for the heart sounds, make sure you use, are you going to use the bell or the diaphragm? You are going to use the bell of your stethoscope. Why? Because the sounds that you will hear is a dull kind of sound. Okay? So there. Your heart sounds are normal. You have S1 and S2. Sa itong S1, this is the closure of the AV valves. S2 is the closure of the semi-lunar valves. Ang normal na heart sounds class, duhara. Okay? Pero naay conditions, naay situations nga mahimo siyang tulo or mahimo siyang naay ikaupat na heart sounds, no? So, these S3 and S4 are already abnormal heart sounds. Okay, so normally S1 is your lub, S2 is your dub. So if this is your 1 minute sound, okay, if this is your sound, 1 minute na sound, you hear 1, 2, lub, dub, lub, dub, lub, dub, lub, dub. S1, S2, S1, S2, S1, S2. Mo na yung normal. Okay? Pero, when there is rapid filling of the ventricles, sobra ra kapaspas ang dagan sa dugo from the atria going to the ventricles. No? There is a ventricular gallop. Okay? Kung saan ang ventricular gallop, there is rapid filling of the ventricles. So what happens when there is rapid filling of the ventricles? You produce a ventricular gallop. Kung saan na siyang ventricular gallop? It is your S3. Okay? So na kay extra heart sounds nga madungog immediately after the second, immediately after your S2. So you will hear lub-dub, 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 lub-dub. Okay, na ay sumpay. Ang normal ha, lub-dub, lub-dub, Labdab. Ang next S3, labdab, labdab, labdab. Na kay extra. Ngano tong makadungog kag ikatulo? That is because of the rapid filling of the ventricles. What do you call that? You call that ventricular gallop. Okay? There are also instances, class, where S4 can be heard. This is heard when there is resistance to filling in the ventricles. Resistance to ventricular filling. Ganina, rapid filling. Kani siya, resistance. Naglisod o dagan ang dugo from the atria to the ventricles. So when there is resistance to ventricular filling, you will hear an atrial gallop or known as your S4. Okay? Asa man nimo sa madungog? It is heard before the love. Diri ka kadungog. So you will hear labdab, 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 labdab. Okay? So that is your S4. Para di mo kalimot, class, kaning S3, this is also called as your Kentucky. Sa man ang Kentucky, di ba? Labdab, labdab, Kentuck, 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 Kentucky, 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 labdab, labdab, Kentucky, Kentucky. Okay, there's a third sound. Ang S4 is like Tennessee, meaning labdab, labdab, labdab. Normal, tenne, tenne, Nessie, Nessie, Nessie. Normal, ha? Nessie, Nessie. Na S4, Tennessee, 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 Tennessee. Labdab, 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 labdab. S3, okay? Labdab, labdab. S4, okay? So those are your different heart sounds, okay? S1, S2, S3, S4. To summarize, S1 is the closure of the AV. It sounds like a love. S2 is the closure of the semilunar. It sounds like a dub. S3 is the extra hard sound after the dub. So you say Kentucky, Kentucky. Imbis nga Kentuck, Kentuck, Kentuck. S3, Kentucky, Kentucky. Ang S4 is imbis nga Nessie, Nessie, Nessie. You add Tennessee, Tennessee. Okay, that's S4. Now, finally, class, we go to the flow of the blood in the body. This is what we call as the blood flow. This is how the blood flows, which all of you must be able to memorize. Okay? The blood, class, first, now this is your heart. And as we all know, the heart has 4 valves. Tricuspid, mitral, pulmonic, aortic. Okay? Now, when the blood is already deoxygenated, meaning ginamit na gani ang dugo or nagamit na gani ang oxygen sa dugo, the blood is now called deoxygenated. Your deoxygenated blood would of course have to go back to the heart and to the lungs to get oxygen again. Your deoxygenated blood will have to travel either by way of the superior vena cava or inferior vena cava. Ang katong mga deoxygenated blood from the upper extremities and from the upper parts of the body, like the brain, the eyes, the ears, basta kay gikan sa liog pataas, those blood, when deoxygenated, will return to the heart by way of the superior vena cava. On the other hand, those from the blood circulation, from the systemic circulation, katong gikan sa imong tinahi, gikan sa imong gallbladder, gikan sa imong tiyan, gikan sa imong lower extremities, the moment they get deoxygenated, they will return to the heart by way of the inferior vena cava. So your veins, class, from the superior and inferior vena cava will return to the heart and enter the right atrium. From the right atrium, you pass by the tricuspid valve and the blood proceeds to the right ventricles. From the right ventricles, the blood will go up by way of the pulmonary valve and you proceed to the pulmonary arteries. From the pulmonary arteries, blood will enter now the lungs, where your gas exchange happens. And we all know that the exchange of carbon dioxide from the blood and oxygen from the lungs happen by way of diffusion. And when we say diffusion, this refers to the movement of particles from an area of greater concentration to an area of lesser concentration. So, nag-exchange na sila na kay oxygen. Now, asa man mo gawas ang oxygenated blood? So, the blood will now go out by way of the pulmonary veins. Meaning, class, unsa man nga klase sa dugo ang naa sa pulmonary artery? Is it oxygenated or deoxygenated? Okay, so it's deoxygenated. How about in the pulmonary vein? What kind of blood does it carry? Oxygenated. So your oxygenated blood here now will enter the left atrium through, no? The left atrium, then to the mitral valve. You go out to the left ventricle, then to the aortic valve, and you go out by way of the aorta, where blood is distributed to the different parts of the body. There are two kinds of aorta. You have an ascending aorta and you have a descending aorta. So those kind of blood that supplies the upper extremities will go by way of the ascending. And those blood that will supply the lower extremities and the systemic circulation will go by way of the descending aorta. So mag-supply na siya dito ng oxygen, and once magamit na, it becomes deoxygenated again, and the cycle continues. Okay? So the rule, class, is all veins carry deoxygenated blood. All arteries carry oxygenated blood. That's the general rule. But you know, we have learned of an exception, no? So all veins carry deoxygenated blood except your pulmonary veins. Look at this, right? And all arteries carry oxygenated blood except your pulmonary arteries. Look at this. Okay? So class, that ends the anatomy of the heart.